Hi, this is Alex with Maple Leaf Coffee Roasters. I'm here today to talk about a brand new medium roast coffee from us, the Rwanda Ishema. Check it out. So this is a kind of a rare occasion for us. Generally speaking, medium roast coffees will usually be a Central American or Asia Pacific coffee for us. Things from Colombia, Papua New Guinea, Peru, Mexico. That's kind of where we usually fit a lot of the medium roast coffees. It's really been rare, and I like trying to remember if we've ever done an African coffee as anything other than a light or a dark roast. And I don't think we actually have. So we have a coffee that I got a couple bags of a couple of months ago, and I was trying to figure out where to put it in our lineup. And sometimes just the way that things kind of sell through, it makes sense to try it in something a little bit different than we normally do. And I had an open medium roast slot coming up and wanted to give this one a shot there. I'd actually tried this coffee both as a light and a medium in some of the sample roasts. And I found that it actually worked out pretty well in both of them. But the reason that I went with this for a medium roast, not just because of that empty slot, was also to maybe expose people a little bit to an African coffee as a medium roast, because generally speaking, most of my coffee drinkers are medium and dark roast drinkers. So I think this will sort of open up an African coffee and the sort of flavors that you get out of an African coffee, open up to a broader audience than what you would normally get for purchases of this coffee. So I'm really excited for people to check this out. Let's talk a little bit about the coffee itself. So the coffee is a wash process coffee, so it's going to be really consistent in flavor and appearance. It was a fairly straightforward and simple coffee to roast. I took a little bit of a different path with the way that this one was roasted. Usually for medium roast coffees, I have a pretty set profile. In this one, I kind of roasted a little bit more like a light to try to retain as much of that flavor and de-emphasize the roast profile as much as possible, but still get it to that medium roast territory so that it was a little bit easier on the stomach. The flavor itself is an interesting combination of things that you would expect out of an African coffee, plus a little bit about something that you would see out of a Central American coffee. So normally when I think Central American coffees, I think kind of floral, citrusy, a little bit lighter feel like that. And this one definitely has a kind of a floral, almost like a melon tone to it, a little bit of a fruitiness, but not like our conventional African fruity flavor. It's also got a little bit of like a grape tint to it as well. Similar to some other coffees that we've had in the past, and actually very similar to the light roast Ethiopian that we have now. It has kind of a melon tint as well, but this one's more on the grape side of things. Kind of a white chocolatey flavor as well. Not super strong with that sort of profile, but it's kind of there. If you go looking a little bit further, there's kind of a syrupy finish to this one as well. So when you drink this, you're going to get a lot of different flavors in combination, but when you swallow this cup, you're definitely going to have something that sort of coats your mouth in a really pleasant and even-handed way. It doesn't linger with you necessarily, but you will definitely know that this was something that you just had to try to taste. There's a little bit of an earthy tone to this as well, so it's not quite like an earthy as you would normally expect to see out of a coffee from Asia Pacific, Sumatra, for example. But there's going to be a little bit of a kind of like an earthy tone to it that might just be there at the edges. That's not too strong either. So overall, just a very round and structured, balanced coffee as well. I think for the summer season that we're heading into, this will be a really great coffee to kind of wake up to and have like a sweeter, kind of richer, fuller mouthfeel sort of flavor when you're kind of waking up on those hotter and warmer days coming up. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be part of our summer blend as well. So one way or another, a lot of folks are going to be exposed to this coffee. And I think that anyone who is in the mood for something not only a little bit different, but also a little bit on the sweeter side, and not a super sharp sweet or a tart sweet like we kind of see sometimes with some of my lighter roast coffees, this will be a really good shot and something good for you to try. So I hope that everyone gets a chance to try this out. Coming up soon, we'll have this available starting today, and both in store and online. And I hope to catch you for another new coffee video very soon. Take care.